Style Headlines. I'm Mary Lee. Thank you for joining us. In the Philippines, recent heavy rains caused by tropical storm Fengwang flooded most of the greater Manila area, including San Mateo. To help residents clean up, Tzu Chi volunteers launched a Cash for Work program and also conducted 3 aid distributions to help some 5,000 families.
The long line of people are all residents waiting to receive Tzu Chi's aid. For 67-year-old Lode Santos, Tzu Chi's aid is a blessing and a lifeline of hope.
I am so grateful to Tzu Chi for providing us with mosquito nets and mattresses. At the moment, we don't have to worry about having food to eat, and we are protected against mosquitoes. We are very blessed.
Dengue fever is common now that it's warmer, but with these mosquito nets, we won't have to worry. It's cold sleeping on the cement floor, but this mattress will help.
As tropical storm Fengwang caused widespread flooding in San Mateo, Tzu Chi volunteers immediately carried out 3 distributions to help 5,000 families. Adversity not only draws people together, but brings out the best in people. Holding a bamboo bank in her hand, Dulcie invites residents to contribute a little of their love to help others in need.
I hope they may cultivate their own blessings and soon walk out from despair.
After the flood, all that remains is mud and debris. To help residents clean up their neighborhoods and communities, Tzu Chi launched a Cash for Work program in San Mateo.
The mud in my house is up to my knees. It'll take at least a week to clear out. It will take even longer if I had to do it by myself.
With the help of his fellow community members, Ernesto was able to finally move some of his furniture back inside his house. Upon learning that another neighbor was in trouble, he immediately set aside his work to help out.
My sincere thanks to the Tzu Chi Foundation for helping us clean our homes. I wouldn't have been able to do it all by myself since I have 2 children to look after.
Not only is the Cash for Work initiative a viable solution to restoring a community after a disaster, more importantly, it brings out the qualities of humanitarian assistance, inspiring the community as a whole to help each other out.
Tzu Chi doesn't just help sometimes, they reach out to us every time. They never forget about us. They always provide us with assistance in times of difficulty, especially in the aftermath of disasters or floods. Tzu Chi teaches us to help one another, so we went out to see if there were others in need of assistance.
Residents express their gratitude and thanks to Tzu Chi volunteers, as this money will go a long way to helping them rebuild their homes and lives.
I'm going to use this money to purchase medication for my mother and other household items. Through
Tzu Chi's Cash for Work program, we were able to provide close to 1,000 families with food and clothing. I honestly feel during times like this, the program is really effective.
Providing an immediate and effective solution to helping residents on the road to recovery, Tzu Chi's love will continue to accompany them in the days ahead.
In Leyte Province's Ormoc City, Tzu Chi launched a Cash for Work program to get residents to help with the assembly of the prefabricated homes for those displaced by Typhoon Haiyan. At the same time, the wages will help bring a boost to the stagnant local economy. Meanwhile, the city has asked for a prefab to be built downtown to help the public learn how Tzu Chi is helping Haiyan victims recover.
In a plaza in downtown Ormoc City, residents are putting together a Tzu Chi prefabricated home all by themselves.
From the initial unpacking to sorting out all the parts, we have left everything in their hands. We have even passed out power tools so they can work quicker. We have been watching from the side since the beginning, and everything seems fine so far.
I'm actually enjoying myself. It feels like doing something fun. To be able to build something personally makes me very happy.
All 40 people involved in the building process first underwent 2 days of intensive training. In less than 3 hours, the house begins to take shape, attracting passers-by and tourists.
2000, yes.
When will this happen?
We are already starting.
Starting already?
Yeah. It's about 8 kilometers away.
The mayor's wife is the one who came up with the idea of building a prefab home downtown so a new tourist attraction can be created to showcase Tzu Chi's wisdom.
I'm very happy because they are involved in making this temporary house made by Tzu Chi. So it's a blessing to us, our Mocanans.
People of Oma can come check out the prefabricated home from Taiwan, which is the result of volunteers' unified efforts. This unit here will be used as a model.
The Buddhist charity and city officials plan to hold a joint press conference on Monday, the 29th, to let the public know how the pair is working together to help displaced victims of Typhoon Haiyan. 8 kilometers away from downtown Omak City, Barangay Liloan is where Tzu Chi is erecting its prefabricated community. And thanks to its Cash for Work program, life is getting better here. As most mothers have to care for their children, they help by chopping bamboo down into thin sticks. Children can be seen helping with the work as well. The more labor-intensive work, such as making cement bricks or installing them, are gladly taken on by the men of the barangay. After all, it is hard to make money here.
Before, I didn't have a job, but after Tzu Chi came, I now have a job and a steady income.
Since we launched the Cash for Work program, residents now have a steady income. It is better than before when their jobs were unstable. With the money they make now, their livelihood has started to improve a bit.
Volunteers also make sure the residents understand the value of the money they make. Inspired by the volunteers' message, many residents donate their extra change into Tzu Chi's coin banks when they pick up their wages.
I'm very glad to have the opportunity to give, so I'm donating my change.
Residents young and old have come to know Tzu Chi songs and sign language performances. It is evident that the volunteers' hard work is paying off. Jerome is heading away from home into a bamboo forest several kilometers away. Here, he and his friends search for proper bamboo to chop down. After chopping down one, Jerome then carries it home on his shoulder, for he has to help provide for his family.
I have just chopped this down. It is for Tzu Chi.
Jerome has a total of 6 siblings. His mom has taken his 2 elder brothers to work outside, leaving his father to care for the rest of children. Jerome's dad says Typhoon Haiyan took away the family's farmland. Now he can barely find a job, much less a steady income.
I have been here since Typhoon Haiyan. My farmland has been ruined and rendered useless. It wasn't until Tzu Chi launched the Cash for Work program, where we can sell bamboo sticks to Tzu Chi, that we started making money.
Originally bound for college, Jerome has dropped out and joined the Cash for Work program to help his family out.
The money I make can help buy things that we need.
Chopping bamboo into fine sticks has turned many homes here into small factories, for the sticks can be sold to Tzu Chi for money.
Thanks to Tzu Chi, we now have work to do and can make some money. Now I can buy rice and other groceries. I can also pay for my children's tuition.
The sticks are added to cement blocks to strengthen the blocks, and also to help increase their water absorption. The blocks are then laid as the foundation for the new prefabricated homes being built to house those displaced by Typhoon Haiyan.
Relating to Tzu Chi's prefabricated homes, Tzu Chi estimates that in total it will be constructing around 2,000 prefab housing units in the Philippines' Ormoc City. Despite the scale of the project and the amount of work that entails, volunteers both Tzu Chi and local continue to carry out their jobs with a heart of mindfulness and sincerity.
要去哪里？我们现在要去，因为欠了一个一支柱子，咱们去推一条啊。
Whenever any of the building teams find they are lacking a part, they turn to Tzu Chi volunteer Yang Yizhong.
So many people wanted to be here, so for us, 10-20 volunteers, it is a blessing to be able to be here.
Although finding a missing part means driving many miles and standing under the hot sun, Yang couldn't be happier. Another volunteer on the job is Lin Mu Neng. After 30 years of working with aluminum doors and windows, Lin now volunteers at Tzu Chi full-time.
My job was making aluminum doors and windows. Here I have a chance to make use of that background and ensure that the windows and doors of these prefab units get finished as quickly as possible.
As Tzu Chi hopes to get the housing units up in the shortest time possible, in addition to experienced volunteers, it has also turned to the local community for manpower.
When showing them the ropes, some of them took notes on everything. They are a really dedicated bunch. We need to pick up the pace and show them everything that we know.
It is hard to believe that Tsai Ming Hong, a former chef, is now the second in command at the construction site.
There's an obvious language barrier, but by using hand signals or simple commands like OK or no or change, words that everyone understands, we get our message across.
Despite the language barriers, Tzu Chi volunteers are finding ways to get the local community involved, as everyone works towards the common goal of safe housing for those that need it most.